Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to give my review for Ty West's House of the Devil. You about me to forget the title you was over here messing me up so much. House of the Devil. I've seen The Innkeepers. We didn't care for that one too much, but I do want the DVD to give it a rewatch eventually. Love, Pearl, and X. They're my favorites from him. He does have one called, I think, The Sacrament, but it's after watching this, it's nothing that I'm going to seek out to watch, because this movie, House of the Devil, was just okay. Some people I know love this, but and I can understand it, sort of the love for it, because this is a cult film. So it is kind of going to be slower, I guess. But before I get into the pacing, we'll start with the positives. One of the positives was the cinematography. I thought it looked amazing. Loved the feel they were going for. I thought they executed it very well. I thought the acting was good. The gore was good. But outside of those three things, as I stated, the pacing for this movie, for me personally, and I know it's a cult film, it just really dragged. Once she gets to the house, there's a lot of her just kind of walking around the house, looking out the windows, looking at things, nothing really happening. When stuff finally starts happening, is more towards the end, when she's getting captured, I guess you could say, and trying to be sacrificed. So the pacing just really drug it down. On top of the ending, we get to the ending, and she's able to break free, and she kills a couple. But then she's in I think it's a graveyard, and she knows the ritual has, looks like, has been completed, whatever they were doing. And so she ends up, instead of killing the guy in front of her that's trying to stop her from running away, she kills herself. And but then she doesn't succeed, because it shows her in the final scene laying in the hospital bed with her head wrapped up, where she attempted to do it, and it just kind of ends there. And but they don't really tell you who these people are. They don't really tell you how they're connected with each other. They don't tell you why they're doing what they're doing. You know, they don't tell you if it was completed or not. You know, sometimes they'll end it with like some kind of like hint as to whether it was completed or not completed for the ritual. And it felt like he made this strictly for people that have watched cult-based movies before, that that understands what goes on, that doesn't have any questions about it, and not people that are, maybe this is their first time watching a cult film, that need more info, that need to know these questions, like, how are these people connected? How is this person, why is this person in the group? What is their intentions? Why are they trying to do what they're trying to do? Whatever it is, whether we're assuming, I'm assuming, because I've seen so many cult movies, that they're just trying to bring the devil back in the form of a baby inside of her, is what but I've seen a lot of cult films, so I could put those pieces together. But if you're just watching this for the first time, you're not going to know what's going on. You're not really going to understand it if you're not familiar with it. And I think that was for me, a big negative towards this film is he just didn't put enough into it. And so, and that could just be because of the runtime. It was a shorter one. Um, but I feel like had he have stopped, had he have tweaked some things in the movie, he could have gave us more info and done more with it, but he took too much time of her filming her just walking around the house. I didn't need to see her walk around every room of the house searching it, or just looking and being nosy and looking out windows. Like, I didn't need that. I didn't. He gave us too much of that and didn't focus enough on telling us what they're trying to accomplish with this cult and how they know each other. Um, so because there's this guy in it that shows up and he just randomly appears out of nowhere and in this one scene, and then he shows up again outside the house and pretends to be the pizza boy. So I'm guessing he's killed the pizza boy. I don't know. They don't tell us, but he's holding the pizza that she had ordered. So you just kind of have to guess. Okay, this is what he did. And he just sort of walks around the porch once, and then walks off the porch and starts smoking a cigarette. And then later on, you find out that he's part of this cult, but you don't understand how. You don't know why. You don't know what's going on. Like, why was he outside? Like, there's nothing being answered. And I haven't looked to see if this was like his first movie he did. I'm not really sure if this was his like directorial debut or not. But it definitely feels like it could have been, because it just it felt very unfinished. It felt like he just skipped over too much, just expecting people to just know what's going on. And like I said, there's going to be, not everybody's going to know what's going on if they're not used to cult movies. So for me, I still gave it a 3 out of 5. I think the acting was good, the gore was good, the cinematography was amazing. And while I understood pretty much what was going on, I think, that there's still negatives there that can't be ignored. I can't just give it a high score just because I understood everything. But I think a 3 out of 5 is a solid score for it. Nothing I need to watch again. At least as of right now. If I ever get an urge to watch it, it's streaming right now, or if I was ever come across it cheap, like dirt cheap, maybe pick it up. But as of right now, I don't see myself ever watching this again. But so far, I love Ty West's Pearl franchise, as I'll call it. Don't like anything else he's done. So, hopefully, maybe he's sort of grown, and we see what he's doing with Pearl now. So maybe we can, he can continue to do movies like those. Because if he goes back to stuff like The Innkeepers or House of the Devil, it ain't working. At least for me, and I know not for her, for Innkeepers. So, but yeah, so that's everything for my review for House of the Devil. So please come like and subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for our videos, and we'll see you all in the next one.